Hello and welcome back to our way through the Premier Draft ranks. Today we start a little bit ahead in Platinum. Not a whole lot, but we'll see if we can make it to the next tier today in this Secrets of Strixhaven Premier Draft. Not starting out with an incredible pack here. There are several nice cards. I like a Deduce, but it's not a priority, so I don't think I'm going to take it here. The Garrison Excavator is quite good in Lawhold. We have a Thornfist Striker, which is really good in Witherbloom. We have a Proctor's Gaze, which I think is the best card in here. We have a Studious First Year, which should be good. I like Flashback, but I don't think this is the pick. Soaring Stone Glider can be okay, but I think I'm gonna start with a Proctor's Gaze here. Just a nice little card. Fixes your mana and gets rid of some pressure on the opposing sides. But this is certainly not something that I'm gonna lock in and chase, depending on how the packs work out for us. Alright, but here are some quite good cards. We have the Pensive Professor here, and it works quite well with our Proctor's Gaze. There's also Burst Lightning, Unsubtle Mockery. If we want to go into a slightly different direction, these are also good splashes. But I think I'm gonna stay with the Pensive Professor. We just came from a successful Quandrix draft, but the Professor didn't really shine in that draft. We didn't get to see the power of it. Maybe this draft it can do a little bit better. I'm not even sure if this is the correct pick. Burst Lightning or Unsubtle Mockery might just be a little bit better. But this card certainly has the higher upside. Ooh. Here are some nice cards. Expressive Iteration is just such a nice card. We have a Practiced Scrollsmith here, which is also incredible, but the Paradox Surveyor is also really nice. And then in the common area, we have an Essence Scatter, Pest Mascot, Paradox Gardens, Spirit Mascot. Yeah, there are lots of bangers in here. Silver Quill Charm even in here. So there's a little bit for everyone. So the question is, do I want to go Expressive Iteration? Probably if I had taken the Burst Lightning, then I would take the Expressive Iteration here. But I think we're gonna steer the course for now, take the Paradox Surveyor, go deeper into Quandrix. Now here we have Aziza, which is a fine card. It's not a super bomb, but this has some play patterns where you can do crazy things. We have a Meta Bending Mage. If we are interested in like a Quandrix tempo deck, for example, this can be absolutely okay. We have Render Speechless, we have Borgwater Lumerate, and we have a Potioner's Trove. I don't think that Meta Bending Mage is a high value card, so I think I'm just gonna go with the Potioner's Trove here. It's the most flexible card, allows us to splash into different colors if we want it. And we're gonna play some spells. Alright. And the bangers continue. We have a Sana here, which I think is the best card in the pack, but we also have a Proctor's Gaze #2. And I think I'm just gonna keep playing taking the Quandrix cards until something else opens up for us. Sana is certainly incredible as well. But I think I'm gonna stick with the Proctor's Gaze here. There's Sundering Archaic in here as well. chase inspiration. But currently we don't see any reason to veer off from... Did I notice the disdainful stroke or mention it? I saw it, but yeah. In best of one, I feel like it really dips down in power level a little bit. Essence Scatter in here, along with the Unsubtle Mockery. And I think I'm just gonna send the person to my left into probably Prismari, maybe Lawhold, by taking this Essence Scatter. It's somewhat comparable. With 2 Proctor's Gaze and a Potioner's Trove, we even might want to splash, and Unsubtle Mockery is a little bit better. I was on the verge of talking myself into that Unsubtle Mockery. Maybe it was the correct pick. We still see red cards flowing. I think the best card here is probably the Thunder Drum Soloist. If we end up in Simic, then I think that Orisa is gonna be a good card. We have a Hydro Channeler here, which is not quite as high value in Quandrix. We have a second Potioner's Trove, but there's also a Tome Blast, a Rubble Rouser. I think I value the first Tome Blast higher than the second Potioner's Trove here, so I think I'm finally gonna move into red. We have a Tabulator, we have a Deduce. I like the Tabulator quite a bit, but I also like Deduce. Currently we don't have a lot of card advantage, so maybe the Deduce here is a little bit better than the Tabulator, but I'm not 100% convinced on that. We take a Deluge Virtuoso. The Living History came back, so kind of like a small indication that Lawhold is not valued in this pod. Page is fine. Nice. We find a Paradox Gardens. The Spirit Mascot is still in here. Blue and white spells galore. But I think for now I am okay with just sticking to my lane. And now the interesting part. What do we open? A Moment of Reckoning. I mean, we have Potioner's Trove, we have Proctor's Gazes, but I mean, double white, double black splashing here, I think seems too ambitious. Oh no. There's a third Potioner's Trove in here. Certainly not for us. Yeah, this is kind of an unfortunate pack for us. I'm somewhat tempted to try this, but there's just no way, right? There's no overlap with any of this. No, with blue at least. Yeah, I don't think I can take this Moment of Reckoning. But what do we take then? Impractical Joke, Noxious Newt. Let's take the Impractical Joke and hope that the Newt comes back. We have a Professor Dalian Fell. We have a Stirring Hope Singer. Strixhaven Sky Coach. Yeah, I think this is the pick. We have an easy way to splash. Potioner's Trove, Proctor's Gazes, and the overlap. Green-black. So yeah, certainly gonna take the Professor here. If it's not the Professor, I'm not even sure. Strixhaven Sky Coach maybe.
This will take minimal effort.
Not super happy about the situation I find myself in. I think here there's a shared roots. There's an embrace the paradox. We need to pick up some some card draw. So I'm gonna take the shared roots. I could just take the Titan's Grave here. Yeah, I think I like the Titan's Grave pick a little bit better. Snarl Song. Now we're starting to talk. Visionary Stance is in here as well, but I think the Snarl Song is a payoff for a direction that we have already like prepared. This pack, on the other hand, does not really inspire a lot of joy. I'm gonna take the Sundown Pass, but actually there's not really anything that I want in this. Nice, we find a Pestbrute Sloth. And yeah, I'm happy to take this here. It's a very good defensive card, but also goes very well on offense. We have a Grapple with Death, we have a Brush Off. Given Professor Delian fell, I think I'd like the the Grapple a little bit more. Hydro Channeler now becomes a little bit more of a priority, I think. We have all of these spells that we want to splash, so I think I'm gonna take the Hydro Channeler over Biomancer or Fractal Mascot or even Paradox Gardens. So get in here. Nice, Noxious Newt came back. There's also a run behind. Our interaction right now is not the greatest, but I think I want another 2-drop for now. This might come back to haunt us. And there's another Tome Blast. I think I'm gonna take that. Abstract Pain Mage, but probably just for the sideboard. And follow the Lumerets, but not really interesting for us. He's back. The Emeritus is back. What is happening? This is the third time we got to pick this card. Visionary Stance in here would be amazing as well. I'm actually hoping to pick something like this up, but I mean, what are you gonna say to this Emeritus? We say, come in, buddy, and let's see what you can do. The question is, do we need additional creatures? But I don't think we need... I mean, Berserk is actually quite fun, but I don't think this is the deck for it. We are quite a bit more defensive than your average Quandrix deck. So I think I'm just gonna take another Grapple here. Another Potioner's Trove. Run behind. I'm gonna take the run behind for some... do we actually need some more interaction? Impractical Jokes, the Tome Blasts, Essence Scatters. don't think we need the run behind, to be honest. So let's take another Potionist Trove. Strixhaven Skycoach is also quite good, but I don't think we are in the perfect deck to make use. I completely lost my train of thought. Well, anyways, so here's a Transcendent Archaic, which we could take. There's also Spectacle Summit. So for me, this is between those cards. This is another win condition / card draw spell, but I really want to be able to splash, so I think I prioritize the Spectacle Summit over it, unfortunately. Yeah, and I think I kind of immediately regret that. There's a Terramorphic Expanse. There's also Seize the Spoils. We are actually a little bit low on card draw. We have the Professor, which is fine. We have the Emeritus. We have Orisa, but Orisa is probably 5 mana, but I still think I want to have the Terramorphic Expanse. Sundering Archaic, Potionist Trove number, what, 5? There's an Embrace the Paradox. And I think I want this over the Sundering Archaic. Now is a good time to pick up a textbook tabulator. Nice, we even got a Transcendent Archaic. So pretty happy to take that over the quick study. Banishing Betrayal and Wild Hypothesis are somewhat interchangeable, because the most important thing on the card is the Surveil. But I think I'm just going to put this in the sideboard. I don't think I need another textbook tabulator. The Berserk came all the way back. Interesting. Another Paradox Gardens. Nice. We even got a run behind. What about this Rancorous Archaic? No, I think I'm going to take the run behind here. And the second Transcendent Archaic came back, so maybe that's gonna be an interesting build, I have to imagine. Okay, so what do we want to keep here? We have to make 6 cuts. Let's check our creatures first. I'm not sure that the Terrafractal is what we imagine. So creature-wise, I'm not sure about the Terrafractal, the Virtuoso, the Spellbook Seeker. In the spells category, I think I want to keep this Chase Inspiration just because at least we get to protect some of our creatures against one removal spell. Snarlsong is effectively another creature. We don't have any recursion for the spells, but that's fine. Not sure about these Tome Blasts. Not sure about the Deduce. So, but this is all early games that we're trying to, I mean, maybe keep the Tome Blasts. Get rid of Deduce and Run Behind. think I want to keep the grapples. The problem is I'm boarding out so much blue. So maybe leave the run behind in, get rid of the Tome Blasts. Would be 5. Our early game is not very strong. Not sure how good the Pensive Professor is gonna be. Maybe you can get rid of 1 Transcendent Archaic. Then how are we gonna win the game here? Emeritus, of course, can work. Snarlsong, but we don't have a lot of creatures. I think I want to leave the Terrafractal in. It's a flyer. It can be a problem. One cut. A mana base is good, but very slow. And I actually don't agree with this distribution here. Don't think I want that many swamps. I'd rather focus on the forests. Emeritus with double blue. Is that gonna give us some trouble? The question is also, do we want 2 Potionist Troves? I mean, ramp is so important for us. If we want to play 2 Archaics, maybe it's just the Orisa that has to go. I don't think that we have I mean, we're gonna have quite some toughness on creatures. But I still feel like this is not an ideal card. Could keep the Orisa and get rid of the Archaic. But I feel like we want some heavy hitters. 7 mana is a lot. Yeah, I kind of doubt that we're gonna be able to play a discounted Orisa. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 blue sources. Red we have 2 and black we have 3. Sounds about right. White we get via the Potionist Troves. Let's see how it goes. A lot less confident about this one than our last deck. This is kind of a more soupy deck, given by the Snarlsong and the Transcendent Archaics. We have some Converge payoffs here for sure. Let's see how it goes. And our first opponent is Echucks22. Yeah, this is just gonna happen sometimes. I don't think this is a hand that we can keep. Our opponent goes first, we're missing blue. So I think this is already a mulligan. And this has no black, but at least it has run behind on turn 3. We're gonna keep this, but yeah. This might be too ambitious. Spectacle Summit. Okay. Infirmary Healer is not the end of the world. Melancholic Poet. They can accrue some value, and I mean, we're gonna take some damage here. Nice. Okay, we got the swamp at least. So we can grapple if we want to. Maybe we grapple the Melancholic Poet. I feel like over the long run this is gonna give us more headaches than the Infirmary Healer. And then run behind is an option. I think for now, do we just get rid of the Archaic? I think so. Mindful Biomancer. Okay. We draw another Archaic. Yeah. We cannot currently commit anything to the board. Take 5, we go to 12. I mean, we're gonna run behind something, but let's just take some damage here. There's an Old Growth Educator, that's a good run behind target, for sure. But yeah, we are very far behind now. Nothing on the board. This Snarl Song is far away from being cast. We're taking another 5. They're gonna commit the Old Growth Educator to the board. And this Essence Scatter is too late, and we're just dead. Yeah. I feel like this is not an uncommon occurrence for this deck. Maybe we need these Tome Blasts. I think we need some more early cards in here. Let's get rid of the Chase Inspiration. Bring in the Tome Blasts. At least one of them. And then try again. We didn't draw any of our ramp. 1 Yala, 2 Yalas is our opponent, and our hand is again terrible. We go first. If this goes really badly, then the first play that we have is turn 5, Embrace the Paradox. Yeah, I think we have to mulligan this again, and this is again terrible. Yeah, let's go to 5. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Forest, if we draw 1 land, we get to Potioner's Trove. I think I want to keep the Paradox Surveyor. Snarl Song has to go. And the Emeritus? Oh man. No, I think we have to keep the Emeritus. Sylagis, because Proctor's Gaze also gets rid of a threat on board, if we ever get to deploy it. I think we have to deploy the Potion of Strove here, even if I really would love to keep up the Essence Scatter. But at least we can Proctor's Gaze something and then keep Essence Scatter up. But I'm very worried now. Nothing. Okay, that's pretty good. And here is the Terramorphic Expanse. Pretty good now. I'm feeling a lot more confident now about this. So let's keep this going. I have the Potion of Strove for any mana, so I think I'm gonna take an island here. That means that if I draw an island or something, Glimpse of Nature, interesting. Yeah, how many do you have? Okay, so they draw a card here. We're gonna counter this. We don't want them to find a land. Okay, well, that was not impressive. We gain 2 life here. And we find... No, I think we're gonna take the Swamp. We have this Proctor's Gaze. We have 2 Proctor's Gazes. Yeah. I'm not gonna play the Emeritus while they have all of this mana up. But next turn I will. We're gonna... Let's Proctor's Gaze their Spellbook Seeker. Alright. I'm happy with that. Let's gain 2 life. Ooh. Let's play a Professor Dalian Fell. And destroy target creature.
You're dismissed.
There's a Fractal Tender. They still have their mana up. Annoyingly, the Fractal Tender has Ward 2. That works for us if we draw a card here and find... Yeah, let's draw a card. Hope to find a land. There it is.
Your assignment is due.
And now we can deal with the Fractal Tender, hopefully. Find another blue land. We want to do it now. Or do we want to wait? I think I want to do it now. Get a blue. Fractal Tender. There's a Pensive Professor now. We can Pensive Professor into Hydro Channeler. Draw a card. Alright. Play the island. We can now just block the Hydro Channeler. With the Hydro Channeler. Oh, Vastland Scavenger. Shopkeeper's Bane. They're surely gonna attack with the Fractal Tender. And the Professor. Block with the Channeler for sure. Alright, so we get an Emeritus. Oh, and Transcendent Archaic. We draw a land. We draw some cards. Nice. We Tome Blast the Shopkeeper's Bane. Should have done it the other way around, of course, to draw an additional card with the Pensive Professor. Then we destroy the Fractal. And then don't attack. We have a Grapple with Death for the Scavenger. Yeah. We're gonna block with the with the... Oh no! Oh, but they don't have enough mana here. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna trade the Emeritus with the Fractal Tender here. We have enough stuff in hand. The Vastland Scavenger. Do we think we get another? We have blue. Let's grapple with death here. And then play this for 3. That can trade with the Scavenger. And we get to gain 2 life. Still draw a card. Okay, so we gain 2 life. And we gain another 2 life.
This will only sting for a moment.
I still have 4 cards in hand. Yeah, okay, we lose our Professor here. Play the Transcendent Archaic. Discard. Alright, they just give up. Wow. I mean, we are running low on cards. The Inspector is our next opponent. We have a Grapple with Death that we can play. Again, we're missing blue. The Transcendent Archaic is not gonna be great for a long time. But if we find the blue, again, no ramp. I don't like this. I also don't like a mulligan. At least we have to grapple with death. No, but I still think we need to ship this back. This looks better. Gonna keep this and put back the Embrace. Let's see how this goes. Red and blue, depending on which sleight of hand, makes me think that they might be the somewhat slower version. Term of Expense, yeah, they're also souping. Especially now with the forest in play. Yeah, they have a Potionist Trove. Let's go Paradox Surveyor. We don't find... We don't find a red source just yet. Next time we can play the Pest Brute Sloth. I think I'm gonna take the Paradox Gardens because it's our third blue source. And there's Arcane Omens for 5. Yeah, that's just the game, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hoping against hope that the Pest Brute Sloth is gonna get it done. And a Sonar. Well, I mean... This is a Pensive Professor, they are gonna... get something amazing, I'm sure. Pensive Professor can dig us out of there, but only if we actually get to keep him on the board. And also if we ever draw another land. Certainly does not look good. Right, there's Wild Idea. Molten Note for the Pensive Professor. Yeah, shutting down the lanes where we make it back into the game. Let's get in there. We have a Noxious Newt, so next turn we can play the Pest Brute Sloth. 2, 4, 6. They do have 8. Sundering Archaic. Yeah. Don't think I want to trade the Pest Brute Sloth. The Paradox Surveyor versus the Archaic. But I mean, this is... If they don't have anything else to do, they're gonna play the Molten Node. And if they have something better to do, then it's bad news for us. Well, we find a Spectacle Summit. Yeah, I mean, they must have something here, right? Sure. Okay, they take 7. I'm gonna play a Spectacle Summit. Divergent Equation, okay. Well. Sleight of hand. I mean, this game is actually, without the Arcane Omens, this is quite an open exchange, I think. I mean, can you imagine? They didn't have a lot of removal. I mean, probably then the Sana would have found something else. Oh, Molten Node, they get to draw. Not even sure what we wanna... Let's say we find a swamp. We do. I mean, we're gonna attack here. We have the Tome Blast. Probably trading the Archaic is my guess. Okay. Oh. Good play by them. Seize the spoils. They're gonna play the Arcane Omens. They might, just to rob me of any resources. Yeah. I think this is just where we give up. What's in our deck? Grapples, one behind, Proctus Gazes. I mean, if we draw Snarl Songs... Well... So, let's not give up then. Seven. All right, yeah, I think we have seen enough. Yeah, turn 4 Arcane Omens for 5. Very backbreaking. All right. And we are far behind now, with our back to the wall. Every match now, or every game is now an elimination match for us. And we only found 1 win so far. OB2 is our opponent. This looks like a reasonable hand. So let's keep it. Let's hope we draw a red mana at some point. Green-white from Obi. Hop to it. That's not what we want to see. I'm gonna play the textbook tabulator. And let's check what we have. I could actually see keeping it like that. Next turn we play the grapple. I think I'm gonna keep it like this. It might be too slow, depending on what they do. I hope they commit like a bigger creature to the board now. One singular. Yeah, Emeritus, perfect. Perfect. We're gonna play the Paradox Gardens and grapple. This will grow the tabulator and there's black. Past mascot. Currently they have not found anything. I think I have to play the Emeritus here. Or not? No, don't get baited. Don't get baited into playing the Emeritus here. We can play 2 3/3s next turn if we want to. That's probably our better option. Here we can just surveil. No attacks. It might hurt. This turn might hurt. Bogwater Lumeret. At least it's something that we eventually can take care of with our Tome Blast. Yeah. Alright, they don't even attack. Oh wow, okay. Certainly don't want this island. Pest Brute Sloth. Alright. Do we keep waiting with the Snarl Song? It's better. They have 3 cards in hand. I think I like the Snarl Song better. Stabilizing a little bit. If we manage to find a red, then might. What is happening over there? Sundering Archaic. Okay. Yeah. Pest Mascot. Are they gonna rumble in? No. Okay, perfect. We found a red, but it's tapped. So next turn we can play the Transcendent Archaic. But this turn we're gonna play the Emeritus and draw 3 cards. Cool. And then not attack. Proctor's Gaze against their Pest Mascot. Even if they deal with the Emeritus here, I think now we're looking quite good. Yeah, there's a grapple. They're not attacking. They refuse to attack. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play the Sloth now. Get rid of their Bogwater Lumeret. And then not attack. Teacher's Pest, sure. But that's not a threat because the Pest Mascot No! Ah! Well, that's actually fine for us. Oh, double strike. Sorry. I was mistaken. Yeah, we're gonna play the Paradox Surveyor. Oh man. Now things are gonna be tough. But maybe if we get really lucky, they do this on their pest mascot. Yeah. Okay. This goes back to your hand. And we find a mountain, maybe. Pest mascot, sure. We're gonna block here, and we're gonna block here. Draw some cards. What is this? Are you kidding me? That's not what we need. Oh my god, this was terrible. We have one land left in the deck. And now there's no lands left. Wow! Maybe they're too scared to attack. They should attack with their Teacher's Pest at the very least. Yeah. I'm gonna block here and block here. We're taking 9. Terrafractal. Please don't use the Potion of Stroke. It's totally fine to just draw 4 cards here. We're gonna have a red, a blue, a green, a black, and then 1, 2, 3. take action. We're discarding there's a run behind. We can play Hydro Channeler and run behind, maybe. We have to play a Terrafractal. We need this Potionist Trove. I think we're gonna get rid of one swamp and the Potionist Trove. Play a land, play the Hydro Channeler. Keep up run behind and a Potionist Trove activation. If we make it to next turn, okay, well, let's proc this Gaze. Can't find another land. We play the Professor. We're gonna
will not
destroy this creature.
This is merciful.
We return the Teacher's Pest to the hand. Don't find a land, but we gain 2 life. And then we go to attacks. And then gain 2 more life, I think. It's not making it easy for us, but yeah, this goes back to your hand. Let's gain 2 life.
The right spell turns poison.
5 cards. And the turn. What is left in our deck? Nothing that we want to draw. If they can deal with the Terrafractal, I think we're just dead. No, we can't. We can't do this. Impractical Joke, Essence Scatter, Noxious Newt. There's a Grapple. But all of this is not really relevant. We're not gonna play the Pensive Professor. We gain 3 life here.
I have life essence to spare.
Do we have anything else for life gain? Yeah, there's a grapple. Things go really badly. Strixhaven Sky Coach is a flyer. We might regret having a Terrafractal. So, are they attacking the Professor? Yes, they are. Okay.
That won't earn my respect.
Let's just have a look. I mean... Noxious Newt. Okay, that's fine. My turn. Gain 3 life.
I can heal you.
Go to attacks. There's a Noxious Newt. What a game. Man, this Terrafractal... Yeah.
Amateur.
The Baroque Banemaker. Now we need to find... a practical joke. They can pump it 3 times. Shit. But we have Impractical Joke plus Tome Blast. I think this is still fine. Yeah. We can just use the Professor. Yeah. My turn. So we use the Professor to kill the Baroque Banemaker. They pump it, they screw the Sky Coach, we Impractical Joke it. Oh, I think we have won. Depending on what their last card in hand is.
I knew you were
Impractical Joke here. Attack for 4. And then Tome Blast their face. Please. Okay. I'm going to 1. What a game! Holy. We went from very far behind to incredibly far ahead, and then the subterranean tremors just completely destroyed our board. And we managed to bring it back. Oh my, wow. I think I've aged like 10 years during this game. What a game, what a game. GG to my opponent. That was one for the ages. Interested to see when I watch this back where my mistakes were. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get 2-3 wins at least. An opponent goes first. Yeah, we have been really shafted with our by our ambition, splashy ambitions. I don't think this is a keepable hand. There's nothing that we can play until turn 4. Doesn't look good. I'm gonna mulligan. This looks better. We're gonna get rid of what exactly? Sloth? Kinda wanna get rid of the Trove. But that can come back to bite us. Feel like we need the Surveyor, but maybe it's just the Surveyor needs to go. Feels wrong. Grapple also feels very wrong. Well, we're gonna keep for sure. Hope that we find an untapped land. I don't know. Let's get rid of one Potioner's Trove. We have another one in the deck, so... This is not the card that we wanted to see now. No, we are dead. We are so dead. Or not. Goblin last side. Okay. So they don't seem to be like hyper aggressive. So that's good for us. So I think I'm gonna lead with the Paradox Surveyor here. Get a forest. Depending on what they play, we might be interested in just getting rid of this Fire Dancer next turn. If they play a removal spell plus the Glass Ride thing, then I think the Fire Dancer has to go. Yeah. But, I mean... They only have 2 cards in hand. If it's a land plus the 5 mana removal spell, I mean the Pestbrute Sloth at least leaves 2 creatures behind if they manage to remove it, so at least we can chump the Fire Dancer. Yeah, that's 5. Yeah, I don't think we can risk this. And the Hydro Channeler. Next turn again, try with the Pestbrute Sloth. Spellbook Seeker. The Sloth blocks the Seeker. Looks like they're happy with their card in hand. The red mana. So here's the Sloth. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna block the Meta Bending Mage and here. Going to 3. Going to 4. Well, nothing doing. That is pretty good if we get to the next turn. But they do have a card in hand. They kept a card in hand. They got rid of an Encouraging Aviator. Going to 1. And the Relic. Okay. Okay. What's the last card in hand? What do we need to do now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Can Snarl Song for 4. For 5 even. Have 2 up. I think it's worth it to Snarl Song. I think we're just gonna attack here. can Delian Fell. The problem is the trample really worries me. I think I'm gonna Snarl Song here. It's gonna be close again. Next turn, Professor. If we get to next turn, we Professor, we kill the flyer, we make a Terrafractal. Yeah, going to 3. Man, these games. Okay. And a Meta Bending Mage, probably getting rid of one of those. Okay. Here is the Professor. We kill the flyer.
Be gone from my presence.
We present 3-2. Okay, very happy with that. And now we just want to gain life, gain life, gain life. Okay, that's fine.
These are the answers I need.
Let's get a swamp. Because why not? Proctor's Gaze doesn't seem great on the Meta Bending Mage. How many cards? Okay. Here's another one. Amazing. Alright, and they give up. Man, I need a break. These games have been intense. Here's Easy Eye, our opponent for this round. We have a Noxious Newt into 2 Potioners Troves. Opponent goes first. If we were to go first, this would be an absolutely amazing hand. At least if we consider that if we hope that we find something. They are starting on a Titan's Grave, so they might be somewhat fast. So let's hope that we can establish a board presence or keep their board in check. I'm gonna try the Noxious Newt here. This might be a... No, it lives. That's pretty good. Oh, they are soup. Oh, come on. Gonna play the Titan's Grave here into a Potioner's Trove. And then end the turn. Mind Roots. This is unfortunate, but we need to drop 2 lands here. Congratulations and celebrations. Swamp. Another Potioner's Trove. And then we end the turn. Well, that's... What's happening over there? Alright. We also wanna do this. Oh, they're also blue? Oh no. Well, let's return a potioner's trove. Get a mountain. Gain 2 life. What a game. Visionary stance. We have a run behind and a practical joke, but I'm not really sure. I don't feel great about our chances here, let's just say. We are really low on lands now. I'm gonna get an island for sure.
Follow my instructions.
Destroy a creature.
You're dismissed.
Impractical joke. And then gain 2 life. And now the opponent has to do something special. Another visionary stance is definitely what could save them here. I think we're just gaining 3 life.
I have life essence to spare.
And then have the run behind. I'm gonna run behind 1. And then take the damage.
Detention.
Let's gain 2 life. Not good. We draw a card.
Show me what you've learned.
Textbook tabulator is not what saves our professor here. You go away, we keep the Terrafractal. Okay, Arcane Omens goes. And so does Professor Delian Fell.
Endings arrive too suddenly.
Another land on their part. And now we Terrafractal. 4. One of the 3, 4. Please. I mean, they are flooding out more than we do. Don't think they have a lot of lands left in their deck. Sure. Ulna Alley Shopkeep. We're gonna go and attack here. Sure. That's a last gasp. Okay. Terrafractal dies. And we end the turn. And now it's our turn to surveil. Founded another land. Ditched another land. Yeah, taking 5 here, going to 25. And now it's our turn to surveil. Paradox Surveyor. Well, it's something. Let's take a forest. Let's play the forest. And then let's attack. Down 12. Alright, they don't want, so they have something big in mind here. Another visionary stance, yeah. Definitely gonna go to blocks. There's a grapple with death. Okay. Well. And the textbook tabulator continues to rumble in this really weird game. Another... Do they know that they don't have any lands left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 15, 16? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna essence scatter this. Yeah, they baited me good. Well done. Oh, an Osteomancer. Let's gain 2 life. Oh, damn. Yeah, this is where we die. What a weird game. Going to 6, and I don't think that there is anything here. What are they gonna get back? The concoctor. Oh. Sure. Discarding the pensive professor. We're on 6. We have to keep the island. Yeah, we're not coming out of this alive. Well, we can kill 2. Can grapple, and then we go to 7. Grapple plus Tome Blast. Does that help us? Grapple the Quandrix. Tome Blast. We take 5. 6. We block this. Yeah, okay. So we ditch the Emeritus. Oh, we don't have red. We don't have red available. Yeah, we tapped out of red. Would have lived here, but I think that's game now. 3. Apple. No, it's not. It's not working. Let's ditch the Tome Blast and the Pensive Professor. Play an island. Blocking here, killing this, going to 7, killing him, and then we go, yeah, I think we are still not technically dead. Oh yes, we are, because we cannot kill the Quandrix plus the Cheerful Osteomancer. Alright. It's unfortunate. Oh, divergent equation. Alright, good game. Good game, Easy I. Easy J, easy. And we end up where we started. Platinum 4. Man. So in the last game, the Transcendent Archaics certainly were not the problem. The lack of Transcendent Archaics. If we had at any point found one of them, or the Emeritus, the game goes very differently. We saw that our opponent did not have a lot of card advantage, so we would have, I mean, yes, in the end, the divergent equation, of course, but Before that, they were flooding out heavily. We could not find anything to refill our hand. We handled 2 of their visionary stances, but of course that's a card disadvantage. The professor unfortunately died to one of the flyers. Would have been, if we had managed to find another removal spell, then maybe he could have helped us to achieve victory. Another Proctor's Gaze, for example. But I mean, our opponent also was very, very mana flooded for the entire game. Or imagine a Pensive Professor at some point. Yeah. Let's not cry over spilled milk. Unfortunate, but I mean, those were some very entertaining games. I played them not the best, especially against our Witherbloom opponent. I noticed several errors during gameplay. On the whole, I don't think this deck is better than a 3/3. There are some really powerful cards in here. The Emeritus, the Professor. Oh, this Professor. And maybe this Professor. Again, this guy didn't shine. But we never really drew him, I think. The MVPs here actually were the Transcendent Archaics. Those were really good. On the lower end, the Emeritus, of course, was also very good. Professor and Emeritus were the outstanding cards here. But I really liked how the Transcendent Archaics performed in this deck. Unfortunately, we had to splash for early removal, so that tripped us up several times. Our starting hands also, we had to take a lot of mulligans, but we even won the mulligan to 5 because this deck can just draw out of them. Once you reach like 5 mana, then you can really start drawing some cards. And ramping is something this deck does really well. Even the Paradox Surveyor can make up a little bit of card advantage. So yeah, overall I think it was kind of a solid deck, but plagued by a few minor things. Well, not minor things, but by a few things. This is certainly like, just on the look of it, too ambitious. And we saw this playing out during the games. But I had fun with this deck. Those were some really tight games. And yeah, I'm excited to see where we go next, with hopefully a little bit of a better result. All right, until then, see ya.